This car is a really big deal for Mercedes-AMG because it's their first all-electric AMG GT 63 four-door coupe. Quite a mouthful, but it's a full electric car where we have 3 electric engines. We have 1 axial motor at the front, and then we have 2 axial motors at the rear. The ones at the rear, they allow for torque vectoring, which allows for more fast cornering. Truly impressive. The figures of these is also very impressive. We have up to 1169 horsepower thanks to the overboost function. The front here looks particularly great. It kind of reminds me of the AMG GT Black Series from the previous generation. We have the typical Mercedes star lights. That is really the defining language for the car right now. In the back, it's a super low profile, whilst still being very much a car that you can have a full-size adult in, which we'll show you in a minute. The back part is my favorite part because if you see this fin here, this fin is for efficiency. It's an optional extra, but if you extend this, it just increases the range on the full car. The back, same Mercedes-style taillights. 3, we have it on this plastic black panel, GT63 badge. And the trunk with the spoiler integrated is just huge. This is perfect for anyone with quite a large family. So we have the engines at the rear, which allow for the torque vectoring. So if you're cornering, you can slow down one of the wheels and push it further, which will allow for much greater acceleration through the corner. Fast charging. Fast charging is the really impressive bit here. Mercedes hasn't really quoted the total WLTP figure yet because they're still finalizing, but we've heard something around 700 kilometers of range, which is more than enough for your day-to-day driving. And if you do go on a road trip, then this car supports up to 600 kilowatts of fast charging. So that means we get 10 to 80% in just about 11 minutes. And then in 10 minutes, we get 460 kilometers of range back into the car. That's shorter than a pee break, to be honest. If we go into the interior, inside here, it's very much a driver-focused interior, which does feel really nice. We have the screen here that is tilted towards us, which I think is a big improvement on just the full flat super screen that we've grown used to in like the GLB, the GLC, the new C-Class as well. We have the typical AMG style steering wheel with physical buttons here. We have these switches here where we can adjust suspension, the traction control. And then if we have the traction control off, we can select with these response, agility, and traction buttons. And these are truly, I cannot show it to you, but these feel really nice in a tactical way. Inside, yeah, we have here the carbon fiber center console. We have a fully panoramic glass roof with the AMG logos and the racing stripes. All new bucket seats, they support you really well. The menu for the aero is here as well. A passenger display, if you're into that. And this is quite cool. It's based on the GTR apparently. We're now in comfort. If we switch it to Sport Plus, there's a V8 rumble. And I kind of have to say it does sound quite cool. If we see it now, then we also have a rev counter here. And so we'll also have simulated gear shifts if you want. So we have 2 pedals here. Also, if we press both pedals at the same time, for about either 55 or 63 seconds, you get a boost of up to 150 horsepower, which means you'll have the full 1169 horsepower available. If you don't use the boost, then you'll only sit at around just 1,019 horsepower. Still pretty much more than you need because this car goes from 0 to 100 in 2.1 seconds and 6.4 seconds it takes from 0 to 200. So it's plenty fast enough even without the boost, I'd say. I think from a technical perspective, Mercedes has really nailed this car. We're still waiting to drive it, but the figures alone sound amazing. I do have to say, I was afraid how it looked with the GTXX, but I think this looks a lot better. I really like that we have this sort of AMG GT Black Series style grille. It's coming later this year. deliveries at the end of the year. Let us know, what do you think? Would you buy one of these? Get a Taycan, or yeah. If you have any questions, let us also know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next AutoNext video. Have a great day.